This woman smashed Britain's Got Talent. I listened to a tiny bit and I was like, holy moly. It also points out a lot of the trials and tribulations of the entertainment business.
The end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friends, I say clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain.
So interesting.
I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway, but much more than this, I did it my highway. Yes.
There's a really interesting switch between, I think, her tongue position. She's using a little bit of a sound where her tongue, I think, is coming back and arching at the back, and then she's opening up, making the space between the back of her tongue and the back of her pharynx and her soft palate, which is a squidgy bit at the back. In fact, I'll help you find your soft palate. If you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, it'll feel quite hard, and if you let it go back along the roof of your mouth, you'll find a squidgy bit. That's your soft palate. If you yawn, you'll feel it kind of raise, or if you get a surprise, you might also feel it raise. It gives the sense, that closed sound, of compression, and then she's opening it up and giving us freedom in the sound. There's also a switch between singing on the vowel and singing on the consonant. She's got that singing on the vowel as her bass line, but there are a few words where she's singing on the n sounds, and this is really important because this was originally sung by Frank Sinatra, and he was a swing singer, and within that genre there's a lot of singing on the consonants stylistically, so it just is a little nod to him.
So I face.
So that sort of oh is her raised soft palate and the tongue coming back.
The final
Curtain on the consonant instead of curtain. She's not singing curtain, she's singing curtain.
My friends, I say clear.
I love that. I say, has that tongue position, it clear. She opens up and makes it sound clear. I also want to point out, going back to the singing on the consonant thing, it is really fun to do on these lower notes, but beware, if you're singing a high note or a belty note, then that can really hinder you. So play around with it in this speech area, but I wouldn't suggest playing around with it on a belty note.
I'll state my case, of which I'm certain.
I really love that. It really reminds me, that tongue position again, of someone like Judy Garland with the quick vibrato, of which I'm certain.
I'll state my case, of which I'm certain.
Certain. Oh,
I've lived
heavier.
the life that's full.
Now it's more open.
Traveled each and every highway.
Back to highway.
More,
In that placement.
much more than this, I did it my highway. Yes, there were times I'm sure when I bit off more than I could chew, but through it all, when I was down, I ate it up and I spread it out. I faced
Oh my goodness, I've got goose pimples all over my shoulders.
I stood tall and did it my
And that's flip. I'm going to listen to this whole section again, but you can see she's dropping her jaw. My way. into a breathy place. This is so high, and it sounds like she's able to keep her vocal cords a little bit thicker and heavier than most people. It is a mix still, but I don't think it's as mixed as most people would have to do. Now, I have to point out, everything in singing is personal. It's about your own personal anatomy, your own personal resonance, and I think that she probably has something a little bit unusual there that allows her to sing that high in that controlled way with that thickness of vocal folds. That's what it sounds like anyway, because it's very hard to know without measuring or scoping her to see exactly what's going on with the vocal folds. But it doesn't sound as if she's tilting her larynx very much, which gives you a slightly thinner, lighter sound. I think there's a moment later on in this song where she does do that, and I'll point it out. For me, I would have to start that lighter mix a lot lower down in my range to be able to hit that note with such freedom and clarity that she's got there. And that's so interesting and so important, that we all are different and none of this is wrong. This is just how your voice is, and you will be able to create your own version of strength and power. It just won't be the same as Sydney's, and that's okay.
I'm sure
So open though.
when I've been off from all
A lowish larynx, I
I could chew, but through it all, when there was doubt,
Ah.
I ate it up and I spread it out. I faced it all, and I
It makes me want to cry so much.
and in it
I love that crescendo.
So woman, what has she got?
The control back to that dynamics. What is a woman? You could tell her musical theatre background. Now, she was in Starlight Express, I think on a cruise ship, and it shows me the whole entertainment industry. She has auditioned for many West End shows and hasn't got the part. This shows how competitive the West End is, how competitive Broadway is.
If not herself, then she is not to say the things she truly feels. And of the ones on her knees.
That high note there is a mix. She's lightening off. You can hear that slightly more trebly sound, that slightly more piercing sound, but it's still so warm, and that is difficult. That transition is so smooth. Let's go back and listen.
She is not to say the things she truly feels.
Truly. I love how she does that. So truly. Oh, another one of those mixes at the top there. It's so good. What a voice! What a voice!
Over the rainbow,
The breathiness.
up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby.
This is so interesting. This harks back to the Israel Kamakawiwo Ole version,
Once in a lullaby.
which is the Hawaiian version with the ukulele. Often when you hear female musical theatre singers, they go for the Eva Cassidy version, or you hear people sing the original Wizard of Oz, Judy Garland version. And that again makes sense for musical theatre people, but she's gone and just added a little bit of the melody from the Hawaiian version. And it's so different from her voice, I love it.
That I heard of once in a lullaby.
I love the slides as well, up to the breathy head voice.
Someday I wish upon a star.
It really reminds me of The Greatest Showman, the orchestral timpani percussion underneath and the cymbal. That is very, very Disney musical vibes.
I wake up when the clouds are far behind me, where troubles
I love how she opened that up.
lemon drops away by
Really breathy. Into a heavy mix, I would call that. But it's quite wide, and you see how she moves her mouth through, so you get this changing tone throughout the word where. Moves through.
like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you
Her pelt is so ridiculous. So easy. I love that. Blue, blue. I also love the find me. On an E vowel, you're going to get a certain amount of compression because of the shape of your tongue is in a little arch. And then the A is a really open vowel, so it allows that resonance, so it feels compressed and then opens up. That's both in the writing and her arrangement here, as well as how she's singing this.
lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you
Lower vowel. Me. Somewhere. You can't really sing this beltiness without doing that, but she's adapting all those vowels as close to ah as she possibly can in order to keep that shape, that resonant space where she has got everything working so well. Everything. Whatever they are.
Really do.
I'm going to listen in a little swave properly. I wanted to talk about dare. That's a really interesting one because the especially for people in the US or Scottish people actually, we often sing dare, and we close onto that rhotic R. So da is often what you hear with English people, and they sing a little bit more of an sound. But I like how she did do dea. She used an instead of the sound, so that she kept that open space, and it made it feel quite dramatic. I really like that.
That you dare to dream. Really do.
Love that flip. Beautiful, like hoochie head voice.
If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why?
Oh, it's just ridiculous. What a couple of beautiful performances. And from the little bits of interviews I've seen with her, she seems like a very kind and giving human, and it's so wonderful to see someone step into their own talent. I can't wait to see what she does next. Before you go, I have just released my very own album, Fable. There are a few songs available here on YouTube, some on Spotify. It's a story of darkness into light. There are some of the darker ones and more available here on YouTube and Spotify, but the end of the story is on its way soon, so we have the more joyousy ones coming up. If you want to hear the whole album, it is available on my website bethrose.com and on Bandcamp. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.